Welcome back. We got the key to Abnaxus's abode from Blind Bob, or Bob Who Can See, or whatever you want to call him nowadays. Which means we have to get to the city. This way, actually. And I think we have to talk to Shepard before we can do that. Yes, that's our goal. Speak with Shepard. It's a shame that Zoe will have little time to stay here and become friends with Enu. I'm sure Enu would appreciate that if that were the case, but it's not.
You spoke with the General. Did you find what you were looking for?
It's a step in the right direction.
Good. I've asked them to ready a boat for you. Whenever you're ready, it will take you into the city. I may not fully understand your role, Zoe, but there's something about you that... I've learned to have faith in the balance. The balance provides. The balance guides. It's guiding you now. You must let it take you wherever it leads, like a leaf on a river. Bend to its will.
I'll try.
May your gods favor your journey. You'll be in my thoughts and dreams.
Alright, she's prepared a boat for us, which will make it easier than swimming, I guess. Take a boat into Marcuria. Is that a Marum?
They look like some sort of mer people. I wonder if they're real, or just a myth.
They're real, alright.
They look like some sort of mer people. I wonder if they're real, or just a myth.
We met them! Zoe doesn't know that, of course.
They look ready to go to war. I hope they won't have to.
I have a feeling they might, though.
They look ready to go to war. I hope they won't have to. I hope it's not too far into town because, yeah, I've seen sturdier boats in bathtubs.
Hey, we've seen occasions where this boat carried both Kion, Liko, and Enu all at the same time, so I'm sure it will do fine with your weight. I'm assuming it's the same boat. It looks like the same boat.
Shepard said to take you into town. Just get in that boat and we'll leave immediately.
Well, at least you don't have to row by yourself.
Don't worry, we have a rock-solid cover. I'm a fisherman, you're my young bride heading into town to buy... turnips. Or yams. Which one do you think's more believable? Yams, right?
Yeah, that sounds rock solid to me.
Whenever you're ready to leave for Mercuria, climb in and we'll get rowing. Or I'll row and you can watch me row. Yeah, I'm very good at rowing.
That sounds like a good deal to me. Less physical labor. It's not like you don't already do enough running around in these games as an adventure game protagonist.
Shepard said to take you into town. Just get in that boat and we'll leave immediately.
Alright, let's go. Now our obvious destination is going to be Abnaxus's abode. There's a few things we can do on the way, though. Some of which I'm not 100% certain if I remember where they are. So, maybe a little bit of running around here.
Now I need to find the city green. I wish Crow was with me. I feel less alone with that silly bird around.
Well, he does seem to be right over there, so that works out nicely then, I guess. Locate Abnaxus's abode in City Green. Quite easy for someone who has been playing as Kion here. Man, that tower is tall. How did they even build that without magic? I'm assuming they did it without magic, considering how anti-magic that Azadi are. But I mean, really, did they have any cranes to help them? It must have been quite difficult. Apparently we came in from this harbor now, because the Old Town Harbor is quite, you know, burned down. Can't get there anymore. There's Crow.
I feel better having Crow
Same
around,
description.
even though I'm not sure what he can do.
You're back.
Still,
And your
a
head's
useless
still
sidekick
on.
is better than
Did
no
you swim?
sidekick. I swim? No, boat. I boated. I mean, they dropped me off in a boat.
Impressive. So, what's the next step on our grand adventure? Tea and biscuits? A hearty nap, perhaps?
I need to find the city green and the home of Abnaxus.
I visit the city green every day to clean my feathers in the fountain. Follow me.
Yeah, we got to follow him again, even though we already know where it is. Also, I am totally down with Crow's way of adventuring. Every adventure could use some tea and biscuits. And naps. There's actually some stuff we want to do there, so I'm gonna disappoint Crow for a little bit. Not immediately follow him.
I fit right in with the locals.
No change descriptions here. Looks like there's some festivities already going on. There's a lot more people in the square than there were before. Now we can actually go into...
I really wish you had wings.
Oh.
So do I, Crow. Hey, are you okay?
Sure, why wouldn't I be?
I mean, April and...
Of course I'm not okay, okay? But I'm okay. I'll be okay. It's okay. We're okay. Don't worry about it, okay?
Okay.
She's not the first friend I've lost, and she won't be the last. You learn to roll with the punches. It's either that or punch back. Real hard.
That's the Cave Johnson way. Anyway, we can actually go into the Rooster and Kitten, talk to Ulric, which is not possible if you did not bring the tools back, because having that pipeworker's tools stolen in the Rooster and Kitten casts some suspicion on Ulric, and he ends up being arrested. Which is not very nice for him, I would assume. But I did remember to put them back, so I can go in and talk to him. No need to let Crow what we're doing, I guess. To let Crow know what we're doing. Sentences work better if you complete them.
Ulric seems like such a lovely man. He reminds me of Sully. I miss Sully.
He does actually, now that she mentions it.
Ulric seems like such a lovely man. He reminds me of Sully. I miss Sully.
Ah,
Hello.
I must apologize for yesterday.
No apology necessary. I found the people I was looking for, or rather, they found me.
Good. And you saw eye to eye?
They let me go. We're on the same side. I'm a friend.
Good. Good. I'm glad. And very relieved. You seemed like such a nice young woman. I was worried the resistance was going to, you know...
Wow. Well, I'm glad I didn't know that was a possibility.
Well, never mind that. You still have your head. It's Zoe, is it not? What can I do for you, Zoe?
And we can actually talk to quite a few things about him. Maybe he has some information for us that we can use.
He might know where Abnaxus' house is located.
We already know that, but maybe he has something interesting to say about it.
I'm looking for the house that belonged to Abnaxus of the Venar.
The ambassador. I met him once at a social function, must be at least 15 years ago now. Cryptic fellow, hard to understand, but pleasant enough for a politician. Didn't drink much. Though between the two of us, we cleaned out their larders. The ambassador had the good foresight to leave town before the Azadi arrived. But his house is still there. I believe they used to call it Abnaxus's abode in the old days. But nowadays it's known as an historic artifact. You can't miss it. It's right in the center of City Green. And it looks like a petrified tree. I reckon that's because it is a petrified tree. Oh, and best of luck getting inside. It's protected, if you know what I mean.
I have the key.
Oh, well, in that case, I reckon you'll have no problem getting inside, eh?
Well, that does tend to make things easier. Maybe he's heard of the Purple Mountains. And hopefully he won't confuse them with the Turtle Mountains.
Ulric appears to be well-travelled. Maybe he knows where it is.
He did say he was a traveler.
This is probably a long shot, but have you heard of the Purple Mountains?
I've heard of the Black Mountains, the Green Mountains, even the Speckled Brown Mountains, but purple ones? If I had to guess, I'd say look to the Border Mountains range. They stretch from one end of the Northlands to the other. I'm sure they cover the colours of the rainbow.
I'm guessing it might take a while to see them all.
About a decade, give or take a few months.
And here I was hoping to get home by next week.
Yeah, we're going to need a little bit more specific directions than that. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, just go check out every mountain in Marcuria, or in the Northlands, I guess, is not very useful.
I should try to engage him in a friendly conversation.
Oh, and the rest of that sentence is apparently not voiced.
People say good things about you.
Do they now? Well, I appreciate the sentiment. I'm friendly to friends, civil to customers, and, less so to everyone else. But I will welcome all sorts to the Rooster, unless they're troublemakers.
I promise I'll behave.
Fair enough, I suppose. We can ask him some more about him, it seems.
This is my chance to get to know Ulric better. So what's your story?
My story? Well, I have plenty of stories. It'd take all day and night to tell half of them.
Are you from Marcuria?
Aye. Well, I was born here, but I was always a child of the ocean. Before he was a publican, my father was a sailor, and my mother hailed from the Southern Islands. The salty sea was in my blood. So, I ran away from home. 3 times my father brought me back before he finally relented and let me sign up. 13 years old and galley boy on the Pearl of the Great Sea. 10 years after that, I made first mate on the Kandar's Tusk. She was a great ship. I miss her like I'd miss a lost limb. I only returned to Mercuria to take over my father's business when he passed. He owned a tavern. Not this one, I'm afraid. It burned in the war. I fought the tyrant, joined the city guard, and then finally I scraped enough coin together to buy this place. So, here I am, both feet planted firmly on solid soil. But you know, my heart remains in the southern seas. I courted the beautiful Princess Kuamaka, angered a king, got chased off by savages with spears. I might one day go back to claim my pride and conquer a kingdom. But for now, I'm happy serving warm beer, listening to drunken confessions, and helping friends. My seditious, rebellious friends.
Wow. Hidden depths to Ulric there. More spin-off games that I would totally play if they ever made them, by the way.
I can't shake the feeling that there's something about that guy I saw rummaging through Kian's belongings.
Yeah, it sounds like we should probably tell someone about that, and I guess Ulric's as good a person as any. Why we didn't tell Shepard, I'm not entirely sure.
The man who captured me.
Jackeye.
That's him. What do you know about him?
Jackeye Salmin, old Ben Rime's nephew. He stops by now and then, oftentimes with important messages. He does a lot of that, communications, but I don't know too much about him. Why do you ask?
Not sure. I surprised him in the Enclave. He was acting strangely.
His aunt is serving a sentence in Coldstone. I believe they're very close. That might explain his behavior.
That's probably it. Just keep an eye on him, maybe?
I certainly will.
Well, let's hope that does some good. If he even really is up to something.
Time to run along. I have places to go, and none of them are in here.
True. Unless they somehow moved Abnaxus' abode.
I should get going, Ulric.
I imagine you're busy. You let me know if there's anything else I can do for you, Zoe. Come back any time. I'll see you around, Zoe.
Alright, good talking to him. Happy to see he's not behind bars. Well, technically he is behind a bar. Confusing. Anyway, on to Abnaxus' abode. By way of the square.
I fit right in with the
Okay,
locals.
there are still not any new descriptions of any of this. I think you can actually do something here. I haven't tried it before. Anything new for the decorations?
I keep
Nope.
overhearing people talking about the reaping. This must all be part of the harvest celebrations.
I think if you stand with the dancing people here... Sure, we're exactly where you need to stand. In between them, I think. Wait for a little bit. There we go. Then he starts dancing with them. That's just awesome. Completely pointless. And her dancing is about on the level of Commander Shepard, but then that's kind of what everyone's doing here, so... It's fun. She's kind of out of sync with the rest of them, but anyway. Pointless, but fun. Alright. We need to go this way.
So, how's business?
Yep.
Pretty good.
They're
I
still
mean,
repeating that
evening's a
conversation.
great time for me.
They need to get some
Plenty
new
of
material over there. Obviously, Abnaxus' house is over here. I think there's something you can...
I must
do,
admit,
though.
I'm getting rather excited about seeing their
How's
new
your memory
fangled
coming
colour. Makes
along?
no sense
Do you
at all.
remember anything about this place now?
It's all about.
I worked so hard to remember, but no, not much. It was winter.
Sense.
True. Winter changes everything, what with the snow and the ice and all.
And the city looked different. Smaller.
It probably has grown a bit.
But no, I don't really remember anything at all.
Perfectly fine. I also remember very little, but then I am a bird with a bird brain, so what can you expect?
I don't know. Why are you asking me? I'm not a bloody.
I guess that's fair.
Ceremony.
Yeah, the city was smaller last time around, because of game engine limitations mostly. I think there's something you can do over in this direction somewhere? No, that gate looks shut, so it's probably... Is it through here? Somewhere towards this side of the city, I know that. And if this doesn't work out, then I'm just wasting time, but let's hope that's not the case. I forget where this person exactly is.
I have to admit, I'm quite relieved there's less sorcery about these days.
Oh, that's the conversation we did over here last time.
You don't know.
It's around here somewhere, I think.
The National Front. I'm all for it. It's about bloody time we started taking control of the city back from the Azadi.
I agree. I mean, it's a shame about the Magicals. The city feels emptier without them, but they're better off in the south with their own.
Marcuria belongs to humans. The Northlands is no place for Magicals. I have nothing against them, but I'd rather not have to be around them, right?
Completely. Out of sight, out of mind.
Sure. And I also don't really think that the National Front is anything to do with taking control back from the Azadi. So, yeah. Where was this? And I know what I'm looking for, sort of, but... forget where it was. It's here somewhere. Oh, so this gate was open. Oops. Could have saved ourselves a lot of time.
Hello.
Hello.
They know you're coming, you know. All of them. They're waiting for you. It's been foretold.
Okay.
I saw you in my dreams. You were in the dark and you were scared and alone. If you don't give her what she wants, she will eat you up. She has eaten so many already.
Well, that's not ominous or anything.
If you make it through the dark and into the light, it will change you. You'll be someone else, and you'll never be you again. Not really.
Even more ominous.
I saw you at the very beginning and at the very end. You're supposed to be in both places. Anyway, that's what my dream said.
Okay, you have some interesting dreams, lady.
It was probably just a dream. Nothing to worry about. You'll probably be fine. Safe journeys.
Thanks. I feel much better now.
Hello.
What is this anyway? Roper Clax presents the Fingerlings? Oh god, not that guy. Huh. Looks like he has some kind of theater here. Bunch of characters. Sainin, Kevin, Parlane, Meryl, Jaina, David, Adam, Etaf, and Brian, apparently. And April and Clax. Oh, April looks really angry in the image. Okay. Not sure what Roper is up to here. But maybe we'll find out. Anyway, enough mucking about.
I feel I know nothing about you, Zoe. We haven't really had a chance to talk bird to bird.
Smooth.
Like, what sort of labor do you do back home? Mostly homemaking or,
That's very sexist, Crow.
I know. The girls always tell me I'm sexy. It makes me blush, but you can't see it on account of the feathers.
Not sexy, sexist.
Exactly.
Ugh, I give up. But anyway, no, I don't do the homemaking. I am, a student. I study something called bioengineering. I'll be a scientist when all of this is over. The world's saved, etc. I've kind of put the whole career thing on hold.
Women always do that. It's because they need to take care of the nest.
Crow, you're impossible. Anyway, the reason for this detour was just because I wanted to...
The city feels all wrong without magicals around. I barely see any Dolmari or Zid in the streets these days, and you can forget about the more exotic ones. They're long gone.
It's strange. I mean, I grew up here. To me, Mercuria was always a city of both humans and magicals. A city with a sorcerous soul.
Well said. That's exactly right. A sorcerer's soul. That's lost now.
But it didn't happen overnight. The Azardi have been here for 10 years. They've always condemned magic. It's been on the cards, isn't it? If we wanted to do something about it.
True. Well, I mean, there is the magical resistance.
Let's not talk about that in public. You never know who's listening. And I don't want anyone to get the wrong idea. It's not like we condone terrorism.
Certainly not. So, what are you folks doing for the feast this year?
2 words. Decorative yams.
Classic.
Well, at least some people seem to still be on the side of the magicals. It's good to know, even if they are too afraid to actually discuss it in public. Anyway, this detour was mainly about the girl with the prophecies. That is why I came here. I forgot where Clax's stand was exactly. And so I took a little bit of a detour to get there, unfortunately. Now it's time to go to Abnaxus' abode, and it seems somebody has beaten us to it. They seem to be trying to chop the door down. That's probably not a good thing.
What's going on here? Isn't that... Are they trying to chop down Abnaxus' abode? Great. That's great.
Yeah, well, on account of the magic, it will probably not get them very far. Okay. I thought we had updated goals, but I guess not.
So this is it. Abode of, big ugly thing what speaks funny?
Apparently so.
And there's someone else here.
Apparently so.
Huh.
Indeed. Things are just never easy, are they?
So what now?
I don't know. Do you have any suggestions?
We kill them, bury their bodies, and then go about our lives as if nothing happened.
That's disturbing.
I know. I'm dark.
I'm really not in the mood for killing today. Or any day.
Fine, then you come up with something.
Wow, Crow, I would never have expected that.
I got nothing. I mean, aside from murdering, but you seem to be so against that all of a sudden.
Not all of a sudden. Always, really. Never really been one for the murdering. Oh well, let's go and talk to these people, figure out what they're doing at least.
Once this unholy tree's been knocked down, the electorate will take me seriously. They'll see I have the power to get things done. Maybe then I can stop licking the arses of the Azadi. Goddess this and goddess that. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth, sucking up to their feminine deity. Give me a world without gods and goddesses, a world ruled by humans and true Northlanders. No magicals, no supernatural women folk, no superstitious invaders. A world by and for man, with the woman in her rightful place at home.
Well, this guy just got a lot worse.
Go on, put your back into it, man. This is pathetic. It's merely a tree.
A, it's a petrified tree. B, it's a giant petrified tree. C, it's protected by very powerful magic. So, I don't think any amount of back will really make an awful lot of difference here.
I think I saw that man in town yesterday speaking to a small crowd. What's he doing?
Trying to break down Abnaxus' house for some reason.
I think I saw that man in town yesterday speaking to a small crowd. What's he doing?
Let's find out.
Ah, a member of the voting public. Honor Hilaris Esquire at your service, madam. But I'm sure I don't need to introduce myself to you, You've seen my face in print and in public appearances. You know me as an honourable and truthful fellow who stands with the common man. And woman. We shan't forget the common woman. Yes, yes. I'm, of course, running for Commissioner of City Watch, a position sorely and desperately in need of new blood. The Watch needs strength. It needs direction. It needs humanity. In other words, it needs me.
Yeah, no. Also, I know you more as a disgusting little slime ball with very racist views, but that may just be me. Could ask him about a few things.
He's gunning for a political position with the City Watch. I wonder what his end game is.
Good question.
You're running for City Watch?
Indeed, the Watch is in dire need of strong male leadership in this time of dark crisis.
Male?
As you well know, the current commissioner, a person of the female persuasion, has failed to maintain order in the city in these dark, trying times. She's been soft on sorcery, magnanimous with magicals. She's indulged the occult, and she's extended an open hand to non-humans, acting in discord with our foreign benefactors. Oh, it's understandable she's weak. She's sentimental. She's merely a woman, and she's not been able to properly inspire the men of the Watch to take appropriate action against our occult immigrants. As soon as I'm elected, this will change. We will honour Azadi law and make Mercuria pure again. No more magic, no more magicals. and our womenfolk can once again return to home and hearth to be pampered and protected by their husbands, fathers and brothers. As it should be. Yes, yes.
Okay, I think this guy is actively trying to convince me to try Crow's murder plan.
It looks like they're trying to destroy Abnaxus's abode. Why are you trying to knock down this tree?
Oh, it's not just a tree. It's an affront to common decency and humanity. This so-called domicile was the dark and dangerous den of one of the most militant of magicals. An abominable beast that threatened our young and our women by its mere existence. Eradicating this occult stone tree from our historic green is not just my election promise to voters, but my God's-given responsibility as a human being.
I know Abnaxus, and he's nothing like you just described.
Let's see if I can get him talking about himself. He sounded more than happy to do so. It's Hilaris, right?
Oh no, Hilaris Esquire, licensed solicitor, and your candidate for Commissioner of City Watch.
It's an unusual name.
It's unique, certainly, but it's a Northlander name with deep roots in Marcurian society. My father, the esteemed Hubert Hilaris Esquire, served dutifully for many years on the council. He was respected, feared, and admired by all. Of course, that was before he was beguiled by that Dulmari witch. She used her wily sorcery and beastly sensuality to lure my father away from his family, away from us. I've sworn to restore our sacred heritage. The witches shall burn, humanity shall prevail, and the name Hilaris shall no longer be the butt of spiteful jests.
Okay, I guess that explains why he hates magicals so much. I guess I can understand that, even if I still do not agree with his way of expressing that hatred. He should really be going after that one woman and not after every magical. Probably just a way for him to avoid having to admit that his father may have been a flawed person after all.
He appears to be an Azadi supporter. I wonder how genuine it is.
Didn't sound that genuine.
I take it you're happy with the Azadi occupation?
No, I wouldn't call it an occupation, not anymore. The Azadi came to save us from the Tyrant invaders, and they stayed to protect us against all magicals. They're our benefactors, not our oppressors. But the Resistance has put us all at risk. Unless we re-establish human dominion over the Northlands, we'll be vulnerable when the Azadi eventually return to Azadir. For believe me, they will. Oh, they've promised as much. This is not their land, and this is why I run for office. To build a Mercuria by and for humans, one that can stand the test of time and stand up against occult invaders. We must invest in the future, and you can't spell future without owner Hilaris.
I can, and I will.
I've had enough.
Quite.
Well, best of luck with everything.
Luck is the lazy man's excuse for failure. Luck is an occult idea. I create my own destiny, young madam, and so should you. Here's my advice to you. Find yourself a decent human husband and start breeding decent human babies. This is how you can best contribute to our common manifest destiny. And remember, a vote for honor is a vote for humanity.
Wow, it sounds like he's trying to piss everybody off.
Is that the best you can do? Oh, I'd take the axe myself if I can just moisturise my hands. This dry air, well, you understand.
Okay. Yeah, you really seem like you would not be afraid of doing any hard work, right? Anyway, find a way to get rid of owner Hilaris and his goons, and nothing will please me more than to do so. But we will do so in the next video.